Greetings. Today we present the history of stress, tracing its evolution from ancient times to 20th century. Exploring how stress has been understood and experienced throughout history provides valuable insights into its enduring relevance and impact on human well-being. It's true that traditionally stress was primarily understood in physics as pressure or tension exerted on a material object. This definition relates to physical stressors and is quantified using units such as Pascal, PSI, which is pounds per square inch, and bar. In the context of human experience, the term stress took a broader meaning in the field of well-being and psychology. Particularly in the early 20th century, the concept of stress was introduced to health science in the 1930s by Hans Selye. It was defined as the non-specific response of the body to any demand for change, emphasizing the physiological and psychological reactions to challenges or demands. However, it's important to note that before the term stress gained widespread usage in medicine, other terms like imbalance or disharmony were often used to describe similar phenomena. Over time, the understanding of stress expanded to encompass both physical and psychological dimensions, recognizing the interconnectedness of mind and body in responding to various stressors. Today, stress is recognized as a complex phenomenon with physiological and psychological components, and it plays a significant role in various aspects of health and well-being. Here are the major contributors to the definition and management of stress throughout history. I mentioned that they never used the word stress. Instead, they referred to it as imbalance or disharmony. The oldest contribution as seen in the chart is Ayurveda, an Indian discipline of medicine dating back to 3000 years BC. Later, Hippocrates, 460 BC, Aristotle, 384 BC, Seneca, 4 BC, Galen, 129 AD, Avicenna or Ibn Sina, 980 AD, Claude Bernard in the 19th century, Walter Cannon at the end of the 19th century and the beginning of the 20th century, Hans Selye in the 20th century, and Richard Lazarus during the 20th century. As we get to the contemporary period, there are lots of contributors who need a dedicated attention. Hope we will have a detailed presentation on the current state of stress, but we will present some major contributors in this presentation. The National Institutes of Health, NIH, is a prominent biomedical research agency that hosts various databases and resources to support research and disseminate scientific knowledge regarding health. This graph illustrates the number of research papers mentioning stress in the NIH database by year. In 1930, there were 35 papers. By 1975, approximately 22,000 papers. In 2001, over 232,000 papers. In 2019, about 964,000 papers, and as of the beginning of 2024, close to 1.3 million papers. If we calculate the rate of papers daily that stress was mentioned added to the NIH, it will be 181 papers daily and 7 papers an hour. This observation raises an important discussion on how to stay updated with the latest discoveries. Let's continue discussing the history of stress, which remains a relevant and significant topic in today's context. Ancient Indian traditional medicine, known as Ayurveda, identifies 3 doshas, Vata, Pitta, and Kapha, that represent different combinations of the 5 elements: earth, water, fire, air, and ether within the body. Imbalances in these doshas can manifest as physical and mental issues. Stress was often perceived as a result of an aggravated Vata dosha in Ayurveda. The central concept was to balance the doshas through lifestyle adjustments, dietary modification, herbal remedies, self-awareness, and mindfulness practices. Hippocrates was the ancient Greek physician often referred to as the father of medicine. He said body and mind should be considered in the diagnosis and treatment of illnesses. He talked about the interconnectedness of the body and mind. A famous quote attributed to him is, "It is more important to know what sort of person has a disease than to know what sort of disease a person has." His idea laid the groundwork for the mind-body connection today. Aristotle, an ancient Greek philosopher, attributed wellness to eudaimonia, often translated flourishing or the good life. He considered that true well-being arises from living a virtuous life in accordance with reason and rationality. Aristotle emphasized the importance of cultivating virtue and seeking balance in all aspects of life. He attributed imbalance to the absence of eudaimonia and virtue. Seneca, a Stoic philosopher, offers practical wisdom on navigating life's complexities by focusing on things within our control and accepting those beyond our control. He emphasized mindfulness, present moment awareness, resilience, endurance, moderation, and balance as essential virtue. Seneca noted that it is not external events themselves that cause stress, but rather our interpretation and perceptions of those events. One well quote attributed to Seneca is, "We suffer more in imagination than in reality." This idea underlies the Stoic perspective on the role of perception and interpretation in the experience of stress. Galen, a prominent ancient Greek physician and surgeon, recognized the connections between mental and physical health, providing insights that resonate with contemporary understanding of stress. He emphasized the importance of maintaining a balanced body state for overall health. Galen proposed the theory of the 4 humors: blood, phlegm, black bile, and yellow bile or chole, and believed that imbalances in these humors were linked to various diseases. He also understood that emotions could influence the balance of the humors, potentially leading to both physical and mental illnesses. Galen's approach aligns with today's understanding of the interconnected nature of mental and physical well-being. Avicenna, also known as Ibn Sina, was a Persian physician and philosopher who followed the theory of four humors: blood, phlegm, black bile, and yellow bile. He believed that imbalances of these humors could affect both physical and mental well-being. Avicenna emphasized the significance of lifestyle factors, including diet, exercise, and sleep, which he believed could contribute to both physical and mental disturbances. He discussed how mental and emotional states could influence physical health and vice versa, with concepts such as joy, sorrow, and anger considered to have physiological effects. Avicenna also emphasized the importance of preventive medicine, suggesting that managing stressors could help prevent the onset of diseases. The canon of medicine continued to be a significant influence on the science of wellness worldwide until the beginning of the 20th century. French physiologist Claude Bernard is known for his pioneering work in experimental medicine and physiology. He extensively studied the body's response to various challenges, leading to the development of the concept of homeostasis. Homeostasis refers to the body's ability to maintain a stable internal environment despite external changes. Bernard emphasized the importance of internal environment and the body's mechanisms to regulate it. In the context of stress, Bernard's work on homeostasis is highly relevant. His research suggests that when the body encounters stressors, it activates physiological mechanisms to restore balance and maintain internal stability. This underscores the body's inherent ability to adapt and respond to challenges in order to ensure overall well-being. Walter Cannon was an American physiologist who lived during the late 19th and early 20th centuries. He is known on his groundbreaking work on the fight-or-flight response. Cannon observed that various physiological processes collaborate to maintain key elements within a narrow range, ensuring optimal conditions for cellular function. His research provided a broader understanding of the body's adaptive responses to environmental challenges. Cannon identified the sympathetic nervous system as playing a crucial role in mobilizing the body's resources to respond to perceived threats. This activation of the sympathetic nervous system triggers the release of stress hormones such as adrenaline, which prepares the body for a rapid and coordinated response to danger. Hans Selye, an Austrian-Canadian endocrinologist active from the beginning to the mid-20th century, significantly influenced the medical community with his groundbreaking work on stress. In 1930, he introduced the term stress to medicine, drawing upon principles from physics to describe the interaction between an external force and the body's resistance to it. He defined stress as the non-specific response of the body to any demand, laying the foundation for our modern understanding of stress physiology. Widely regarded as the father of stress research, Selye's concept of stress has had a profound impact on both scientific and lay communities. His work has transcended disciplinary boundaries, influencing fields as diverse as endocrinology, complementary medicine, animal breeding, and social psychology. Richard Lazarus was an American psychologist who made significant contributions to the field of stress. He proposed that stress is not solely a result of external events, but rather the individual's appraisal of those events. Lazarus emphasized the importance of assessing whether a situation is relevant to one's well-being. Individuals may perceive a situation as either irrelevant, benign positive, or stressful. If a situation is deemed stressful, Lazarus suggested assessing one's ability to cope or manage the stressor. Herbert Benson, an American cardiologist and the founder of Mind Body Medical Institute, conducted a study in 1972 involving meditation. Through continuous monitoring of vital signs, Benson observed that individuals practicing meditation exhibited reduced oxygen consumption and exhalation of carbon dioxide. Additionally, they maintained a high level of oxygen concentration in the blood. John Kabat-Zinn is an American professor, scientist, and meditation teacher who is credited with popularizing the mindfulness-based stress reduction (MBSR) program. In the late 1970s, he developed the MBSR program at the University of Massachusetts Medical School. MBSR is an evidence-based program that integrates mindfulness, meditation, and yoga to assist individuals in managing stress, pain, illness, and enhancing overall well-being. The program has reached across various sectors, including healthcare, education, and corporate environments. In 1995, Kabat-Zinn founded the Center of Mindfulness in Medicine, Healthcare, and Society. Sarah Lazar is a prominent neuroscientist recognized for her extensive research investigating the impact of meditation and mindfulness on brain structure and function. In 2011, she published her work titled "How Meditation Can Reshape Our Brains." Through sophisticated brain imaging techniques, Lazar's research has revealed compelling evidence that meditation can induce structural changes in key regions of the brain, enhancing memory, empathy, compassion, and resilience to stress. Her findings have significantly advanced our understanding of neuroplasticity of the brain and emphasizes the transformative potential of mindfulness practices for mental well-being. Burrell Goodine, as a founding member of the United States Association for the Study of Pain, has made significant contribution to our understanding of pain management and its effect on psychological well-being. In 2013, his scientific research has revealed a correlation between optimism and enhanced psychological recovery. Embracing an optimistic outlook characterized by seeing the glass as half full has been scientifically shown to confer numerous benefits, including improved resilience and the coping strategies in the face of adversity. These findings bring the importance of fostering optimism as a valuable asset in promoting overall psychological health and resilience. Robert Emmons is recognized as one of today's psychologists for his research into the science of gratitude and its impact on overall well-being. Through a series of studies, Emmons compared two groups, one tasked with listing blessings while the other focused on documenting hassles. Remarkably, the group practicing gratitude exhibited notable advancements in various parts of life, including health, social connections, and academic work. They reported exercising more regularly, experiencing lower level of depression, and enjoying higher quality sleep compared to the opposite group. Brain imaging studies revealed increased activity in the hypothalamus among members of the gratitude group. Gratitude group exhibited a reduced emphasis on material possessions and adopted a more sharing-oriented attitude. Importantly, participants in the gratitude group did not deny or ignore negative emotions. Instead, they acknowledged and processed them as part of their gratitude practice. They had a greater empathy, generosity, and care for others, highlighting the profound effects of gratitude on overall well-being. Today, heart rate variability, HRV, is a subject of study by scientists as measurement for stress. The EKG machine was invented in 1903, and by around 1960, computer technology became capable of interfacing with EKG machines. This advancement allowed scientists to measure the time between each consecutive heartbeat with extreme precision, giving rise to HRV analysis. In 1980s and 1990s, HRV gained more widespread attention and recognition within the scientific community. During that period, scientists discovered that HRV is a great measurement of an individual's stress level. And advances in technology such as computerized electrocardiography and data analysis techniques enabled more detailed and accurate measurements for HRV. Today, HRV is considered a valuable measure of stress, and numerous devices are available on the market that deliver stress levels based on HRV analysis. As there is a wealth of contemporary research on stress, a dedicated presentation is needed. At this point, regarding today's topic of the history of stress, I would like to share some statistics published by National Health Interview Survey in 2018, revealing significant trends. According to their findings, the popularity of meditation increased from 4.1% in 2012 to 14.2% in 2017. Moreover, among different age groups, individuals aged 18 to 44 showed a prevalence of 13.4%. Those aged 45 to 64 exhibited 15.9%, while individuals aged 65 and over displayed 13.4%. This historical data collected by Gallup pertains to stress levels reported by survey responded when asked if they experienced stress the day before. In 2006, less than 30% answered yes, but by 2021, this figure had slightly risen to over 40%. This upward trend suggests that stress levels globally have not seen a significant decrease over time, indicating a continued need for attention to address this issue. Thank you very much. If you have any comments or suggestions, please drop them in our comment box and we will continue our work toward a direction that serves our collective interests. Thank you.